Now we are going to discuss about major UI components. டேய் 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 என்ன என்ன பிரச்சனை ஆ ஓகே சத்தம் போடாங்க ஓகே major UI component. Now we are going to discuss how you guys can modify your user interface. So we have in model view controller, we have almost completed the model part. We have discussed enough about database, tables, objects, relationships, right? We have completed that area. Now we are slowly moving into the view section. Okay? டேய் ஏதும் பிரச்சனை என்ன பாருங்க பிரேக் டைம்ல எனக்கு மேல ஒரு சத்தம் என்ன இருக்குது So major UI components, as we discussed in the last session, first thing first, we should try to utilize the out of the box features where you can achieve things using point and clicks simply by doing configurations. Okay, simple as that. So page layouts will be automatically updated whenever you are creating fields in a. For example, if you remember, we were creating a new field called country in our account object, right? So when we were creating the new field, for example, let's say I'm going to create. So we have created a new object, if you remember, right? So whenever we are creating object, a page. Okay. If you see after the field and relationship tab, we have a tab called page layouts. Okay. If we go to page layouts, we have layout. So whatever the object name, layout, that will be naming. So if we click the student layout, as you can see here, we have student name, monitor, owner. These are the three details currently we have. I will duplicate it. If you guys remember this app launcher, in this app launcher, we can search all our objects. For example, you can search for account, right? If you click accounts, the accounts will come. And you can search contacts. So if you select contacts tabs will be open. So likewise, students also should be available, right? Because students is a custom object we have created. So if we go to app launcher and if we search for students, as you can see, there is no results. So whenever we are creating the object structure, we have only created the backend database. In order to make it available in the app launcher, we have to do another step, which is we should create a tab. So you can think of this is Opportunity tab, leads tab, contacts tab, accounts tab, likewise. Right? So likewise, we have to create a students. So for that, we have to go to setup home. In the quick find, we have to search for tabs. See, we have tabs. If I go to tabs, in the custom object tabs section, I have to click. See, we have only for dice roles. We don't have for students. If I go back here, if I search for dice roles, see, that's available because we already have a tab for that. So for student, we have to create a new tab. Just click new. In the object, we have to select student object, tab style. We can select whatever UI we want. Let's say this one, chalkboard. Next, and we can, for the time being, we can leave it as it is, no problem at all. We are putting that tab in all the applications by default and save. So now duplicate label for developer name. A custom fields already exist for label developer name that you have chosen. How come? Source environment students. Okay, it's created here. Renamed. 11 தான் create பண்ணிருக்கான். Okay. Okay, now it's been created. So now if I go to the students, there is no data because it's a freshly created object. We never created data, right? Because whatever we were saying in accounts and contacts, it was previously created. They were previously created by Salesforce by default. Those are like test data. So now let's say I have to create a new student detail. I can simply click new. So see, I have only created the object model. I didn't do anything for the UI. Everything is automatically coming. So we have only student name. So I can put like Sharma, monitor. It's not mandatory, so I just leave as it is and save. So now we have, if you see this UI, in the detail section, we have student name, monitor, created by, owner, last modified by. So here we have three details. Here we have two details. If we go back to the object page, I can go to edit object directly. So it will automatically bring me to the student object. If I go to page layouts, student layout, see 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Student name, monitor, created by. Student name, monitor, created by. Owner, last modified by. Owner, last modified. So this is the place you can change the page layout orders. For example, let's say you want the created by on top, last modified by here, monitor here. So you can just drag and drop. Or let's say you don't want monitor to be here, you don't want it. So you can drag and drop here, so monitor is gone. Or you can simply drag and drop again here. You can click this remove button, it will be gone. Simple as that. And click save button. That's it. Now if you refresh your news page layout, okay. In Salesforce, one of the problem is cache. So whenever you are playing with page layouts, it will take some time to reflect in your UI, unfortunately. Okay, let me. Oops. CSP plus origin. Use lightning security lightning enable sector. Okay, this one. Enable secure and persistent browser caching to improve performance. I will uncheck it. The problem is when we disable the cache, as you know, it will slow down the system a little bit because every single time it have to bring all the data from the server. But that's the only way to overcome this issue. See, now it's updated. It a little bit in the UI. So likewise, let's say in the accounts, okay, I can go to edit object. So you can go to setup, then object manager, then you can select the object from there. But if you want to directly edit the account, you can simply, whenever you are in the account detail page, you can simply select the button and you can go to edit object directly. Okay. So here in the page layouts, here we have multiple. One is for marketing, one is for Salesforce. So that's another point. To be honest, we have to when we discuss about page layouts, you can have multiple versions of the page layout for different applications. There is a possibility you have to show 10 fields for one application. You have to show 20 fields for another application. So you can create multiple page layouts and assign them to different applications. You need not to use the same one for everything. If you can use, you can use. There is no rule to create multiple page layouts, but there is an opportunity or there is a possibility or there is a functionality to create multiple page layouts and you can use them for different applications. Okay. So you can have different application for different, you can have different page layouts for different application. Next class, we are going to discuss about profiles and stuff. And there I will tell you, you can have different page layout for different profiles. So it will be like Versamatam Sevanam 2 into 2. So you can have 4 different combination likewise. I will come to that point later, rather confusing you right now. So basically different applications will have different page layout. Simple as that. Now we are on this sales application, right? This is part of the sales application. So I believe this should be the page layout. I am not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure. So what we can do is we can go here. Let's edit it and see how it works. So let's say I'm removing the country, employees, annual revenue, SIC code, website, ticker symbol, ownership, number of locations. These are the details here. Yes, SIC code, shipping address, employee. Yes. So let's save it. Now if I refresh this, let's do a hard refresh. It seems that's not the case. What we can do is we can update this one and see whether it's getting updated. Okay, let's remove this ownership, employee, SIC code, and let's click save. Okay, now let's see. Okay, so that's the bugger. So now we have website and ticker symbol. Website and ticker symbol. Yeah, website and ticker symbol. So this is the account page layouts being used here. So likewise, you can play around. You can drag and drop. You can add new one. You can remove the unnecessary fields from the page layout. So it's simple as that. Okay. And as you can see, there are some other settings as well. So if you see, this is removing the fields from the UI. There's a wrench icon. We call it properties. If you click the property, you can make it read only in the UI. So nobody will be able to update it. So let's say you want to make a field read only. You don't want your users to update the data. You can make it read only. Okay. And if you save it, see there's a lock button which makes it read only. Likewise, let's say type. We have read only and required. So if you make it required, you cannot make it read only because that doesn't make any sense, right? Or you can make it required and read only. It will not work. So if I make it required, see now it has a star. If I save it, so type now is a required field and refresh. I'm going to remove the type from here. So now we have a type right here. See, I'm going to remove it. None. Save. See, complete this field. Be it a snack. Now it's a required field. So now you can simply by making the configuration in the page layout, you can rearrange your fields. You can make a field read only. You can make the field a required field in your UI. These are the basic functionality you have to think about, right? While you are developing application. Simple as that. You need not to spend much time uh, doing coding. Likewise, layout properties. So you can give a name, and if you go to the wrench icon here, section. So as you can see, this is one section. Address information one section, account information one section. So likewise, where is the section? So this is another section. So what we can do is we can set properties for the section as well. So you can select whether you want 2 column or 1 column, right? If you have 2 column, how you want to do your tab key in zigzag or in top in this order. While you are typing, you can use a tab key, right, to change the input box. So you can select in which order you want to work your tab keys. And I'm back. Reload. If I go to detail page, see now we have the data in 1 column. The account information section, not the address section, because we have updated only the account information section. You can keep like 2 different section. See account information, header visible on edit only. The header did now we don't see the header, but if you try to edit, okay. Give me a second. Detail page. Display section header on detail page as well. I am just clicking it. Here also I want in the detail page as well. So now it should be visible. And if I save it, now the section should have their headers. See, account information header. So you can hide and show using the chevron. Then we have address information. Then we have system information. 3 different sections. Only one section is in 1 column, but other sections are in 2 different columns, 2 columns. So this is your basic page layout modifications, right? So we have discussed about detail page, we have discussed about fields and relationship, and we have page layouts as well. Page layout assignment we will discuss next class, not today, because we have to discuss about profiles in the first place. If we need to discuss about page layout assignments. Okay, let's go back to the presentation. Okay, so page layouts. So page layouts control the layout and organization of buttons, fields, etc. They also help determine which fields are visible, read only, and required. So we made the modification right in the page layout. Use page layouts to customize the content of record pages of your users. One object can have multiple page layouts and can be assigned based on the profiles and record types. So profiles again we will discuss later, but record types we discuss right. What each record types will have different page layouts. That was the reason, right? We have discussed the reason or the requirement to have different record types, right? For case perspective, we have discussed customer cases, supplier cases. Customer cases will have a different UI. Supplier cases will have a different UI. So in that case, we will have separate page layouts for separate record types. Okay. Use enhanced page layout editor to make changes. Determines the detail page and edit page. That's what we have done right now. Then page layouts has multiple elements, buttons, components and expanded lookups, fields, related list, sections. These are the things we have discussed so far. So these are the page layouts elements. If you see a asterisk button, sorry, asterisk mark, which means it's a required field in the page layout. If you see a blue color dot, that included UI. Otherwise, the lock shows it's a read only. Other two is a dependent fields for controlling. We have already shown. There is something called search layouts. Okay. In Lightning experience, use search results under the search layout, customizing settings to change which fields appear in the search results of both global search and lookup. Corresponding search layout configuration options for each object are available based on standard application architecture and each object's unique relationships and function with regard to other objects. User search layout is not customizable for the classic interface. Customizations will only be reflected for the Lightning interface. So far what we have seen is the detail page. Okay, let's go back to the demo. So when it's to UI, you have to understand few naming convention or the terminology in Salesforce. This one is, what is this? What is this? Approach. What are these things? Huh? Applications. What are these? Tabs. When we go to a tab, we have a view, right? We have a view. We call this view list view because we are seeing records in list. So it's a list view. But the point is, you can have multiple list views for a given object, right? And you can decide which one will be the default list view. For example, if I go to contacts and if I come back to accounts, see, recently viewed is the default one. Even if I change to my accounts list view, if I go to contacts and if I come back, see, recently views. Because this recently viewed list view is the pinned list view. Because this, see, this is the pin. The pin is in vertical. What I can do is I can switch to my accounts and I can make this as the see pin list view. So now if I let's say if I change to all accounts, if I go to contacts, come back, see my accounts. Why? Now my accounts list view is the pin list view. Okay. So this is basic of list view. There are a lot of configurations we can play around in the list view, which I'm going to show you right. So list view is nothing, just a table, as you can see. You are seeing all the data in a table view. Any doubts? Any issues? No. But the problem is we may need different because we may have different requirements. So showing same columns will not work. What to do? We have to select what details to see in the UI. So we can go to this list view controls and select fields to display. One side, all the fields that we have in our object. What is our object currently? Account. And here we have the visible field. So basically these 6 fields are currently visible in the UI. What I can do is I can click one and remove, 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 remove. So now I only have account name. I have to have minimum one account name. If I save, see, I have only account name. So now I can go back, select fields to display. I can add as much as fields. I wouldn't say as much as fields because there's a limitation. We can have only 15. We can have only 15 fields selected at a given time. Okay. Simply save. I can drag the table size the same way you do in your Excel table. Okay. You can resize your tabs or columns, I would say. And you can change the order. Ascending order, descending order. Ascending order, descending. Like you can select different fields. If you want the names in the ascending order, alphabetical order, you can select. See, now it's in alphabetical order. Ascending alphabetical order. If you select the, now it's in a descending order, in the reverse. So likewise, you can switch your list views. Likewise. Let's drag it a little bit. Yeah. Now there is another one. This is a list view. As you can see, the name says my accounts. Means the accounts I am the owner. I am the owner. So in my organization, in my company, there can be multiple employees, right? Let's say there are 10 people working. 10 people may create records. They can create accounts. So if those 10 people are creating, each time whoever creating the record, they will be the record owner by default. So this is the controller. First thing, where we select fields to display, you can select, you can rename it, you can clone it, you can create a new list to you if you want. So you can do a lot using these controls. That is one. The second thing I want to show you guys is the filter. You can click the filter button. See, filter by owner. You can click this and you can select whether you want to show all the accounts or you want to show only my accounts. So if I put all the accounts, now all the accounts will be visible. Even I am not the owner even. Okay. Here you wouldn't see the different, but in real world scenario, let's say there are 10 different owners, you will see the different. Now let's say I want to filter based on the annual revenue. I want to see only the accounts who have less than what is this? 5 50 5 கோடியா இது 5 லட்சமா probably 5 crore if I'm not wrong. Let's say less than 5 crore. Okay. What I can do is I can add a filter. I can select on which field I want to apply the filter. Our current is annual revenue, right? We won't add the filter. So I can select annual revenue. What is the operator? Whether it's greater than, less than, contains. So you can use in day, use these operators. So what I'm going to do is less than or equal, less or equal this amount. So if I save this, there's nothing. Oh, my bad. 5 and 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Less or equal. We have only 2. Less or equal of 5 crore annual revenue. We have only 2 accounts. If I change this to greater than, then rest of the accounts will be visible. So likewise, you can use this filter to filter your data in various conditions. Let's say you want to see accounts created after a specific date, or account from a specific country, account from a specific city. So you can create multiple filters and you can save this list view with this filter as a new list view. So for example, let's say here new list name annual revenue more than 5 crore. Only I can see this. So if you are creating list view, so whether you only want to see this or you want all the users in your company want to see this, like this you can select the visibility as well. So now I'm going to select only I can use this. So save. See, now we have a new list view. All accounts, annual revenue more than 5 crore. Right? We can switch. See, when I switch to all accounts, there are no filters. If I switch to annual revenue more than 5 crore, that's the filter. Oops. Let me quickly get the filter. Annual revenue more than, more greater than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Save. Okay. Let's close this. If I go back to all accounts, if I come back to annual revenue, see now it's on. You can create list views based on your use cases. So just imagine if you want to do this all by manual coding, how much of time you may need to overcome or to achieve all of this. So this is basically the issue. You can search here. See, by default, the search functionality is here. All whatever field visible will be searched. See, I want edge communication, so it will search. So the search functionality will work. Sorting functionality will work. You can select how you would like to see the table in a table or in a Kanban. Kanban view, you know, right? Like this. Kanban view, it's not suitable to these accounts. Kanban view usually, if you go to cases, cases is one of the good example for Kanban view because cases will be in different state, right? New case, in progress case, completed case. There's a field called stage. So if we switch to all cases, and if I switch to Kanban, group by see, you can drag and drop like this. So this kind of Kanban view you can come up with. So if you go back to table view, then split view. Split view means like this. Like you have the list here, you have the details here. You can keep changing without switching tabs. Okay. So this kind of all of these are out of the box functionalities. So you need not to spend time developing anything. It's already available in Salesforce. You just get you just need to get used to this existing functionalities to know what are the functionalities are already there. Okay, we have discussed enough about list view. So the same way we have search box here. As you can see, we have another search box here. We call this global search. So whatever you search here will search the whole Salesforce. For example, if I put here H communication, okay, it says there are no results. How come? We have accounts, right? Communications. Okay, H communications, no mistake. So when we say H communication, see, we have one account. Now, as you can see, in the account search results, we see account site, phone, and account owner alias. These are the four details we see. Your user may ask, no, I want some other details to be visible whenever I am doing a global search for accounts. So now how to change that? How to change what are the fields will be visible for me whenever I am doing a global search. So what we have to do is we have to again go to accounts and there is something called search layouts. If I go to search layout, so this is the default layout. I can edit it. See, account name, account site, phone, account owner alias. These are the four visible here. So if you want more details, you can add them simply like this and save. Okay, I will do a refresh. See, now we have other columns also visible. There's no data, unfortunately. Those are empty in the account, but you have more details to see. So this is how that's the meaning of search layout. Search layouts means whatever details will be visible when you do a global level search. Okay. Okay. Now let's go back to the presentation. So this is the search layouts that we have discussed right now. And I supposed to show a demo which I have already shown. Now compact layout. So see, there are different layouts. We initially saw page layouts, search layouts, now compact layouts. So key fields at a glance in the Salesforce mobile app and Lightning experience. One of the things we already discussed, whenever you create the application in Salesforce, it will automatically available in your mobile application as well. Okay. For example, if you know the username password of your childhood playground, you can simply download the Salesforce application in your mobile. You can use the same username password and log in the Salesforce mobile application. Whatever functionality you see in Salesforce will by default available in your mobile phone as well. So you need not to create a separate application for your mobile phone. It's automatically available for you. Okay. So that compact layout is what defining what are the details you will be seeing in your mobile phones. Creating and customizing compact layout for object isn't required because system defaults are provided out of the box. So by default, there will be a compact layout in the system. In Lightning experience, up to the first 7 fields in the compact layout appear in the highlights panel of an object record. On a smaller screen, the highlight panel displays fewer fields. When a user hover over a lookup relationship field on the object record page, the highlights panel of that field also displays the first 7 fields from the compact layout. Highlights panel display the first field from the compact layout at the top in an accented font. Okay. Haka easy. Kila காய்ச்சி விளங்காது காட்டினா தான் ஓகே இப்போ நாங்க என்ன பார்த்துறாங்க கம்பேக்ட் லே அவுட் ஓகே திருப்பி நாங்க இப்போ யூஐக்கு வந்தோம்னு சொல்லி சொன்னேன் இது கம்பேக்ட் டு யூஐ அகைன் when we open a record in Salesforce see we have 2 tabs one is related tab other one is details tab. Details tab is the tab where you see all the main details about your record. Clear? Can be first name, last name. Be edited using the page layout, right? That's what available in the detail page. If I go back to related, see one account can have multiple contacts. We discussed, right? See first name, what is the title, what is the email, phone number, likewise. If I hover means if I move the, see, these are the details I am seeing. Title, account name, phone, email, mobile, contact owner. This is the compact layout. So let's say you want to change this, what to be visible in the compact layout. We have to go to contact and we have to go to compact layout there. Or else, if I go to contact, contact is part of a account, right? Account is master, contact is detail. We discussed, right? So if I hover over the what do you call account name, it shows me few details. See, type, website, account site, phone, account owner, industry. If I want to update this, I have to go to account, and if I go to compact layouts, see system default, account name, type, phone, website, account owner, account site, industry. So here we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, but I think only 10 and all, only these 6 are visible for us because of the screen. Various screen says you will see various data, various number of data. So account name, type, phone, website, account owner, account site. See, those are the details we see there. Plus industry as well. If I reduce the screen size, if I am not wrong, I might see more data. No, here we have. Okay, what we can do is we can combat layout assignment, system default. We can clone it. My compact. Out. And I will remove everything. I don't want this. I only want type, phone, account owner, type and phone. I don't want anything else. Save. If I go to assignment, edit assignment, I want to put my compact layout. Okay. So now primary compact layout is my compact layout, which I have newly created, only having those 2 details. Okay. Okay. Sorry. This one, my compact layout. It has only account name, type, and phone. These are the only 3 fields. Okay, let's hope it works. See, those are the 2 details now visible, type and phone. So that compact layout is the place you can use to configure what details you want to show in the related tabs hovering compact layout. So this is like whenever you are hovering a specific record, What are the details you would like to show here will be determined by the compact layout. These are very detailed. To be honest, compact layout and everything we use. The page layout, list views, those are the very important things to you guys. Okay, that's about compact layouts. List view and related list. So list view I have already discussed with you, right? What is list view? How you can select what are the fields you want to see in a list view. Likewise, so that is the detail page. Um, so this is the detail page. This is related tab. In the related tab, as you can see, opportunities, cases. So whatever other objects are related to this object, it can be a master detail relationship, it can be a lookup relationship. These things will be visible here. You can edit them. If you don't want to see these things, you can remove them. That we'll discuss later. Okay. Okay. Now that's pretty much about uh, data model and what you call UI, basic UI. I want you guys to get some hands-on experience. So create a student custom object. Create 5 different custom fields. It's your choice, but make sure they are having different data types, like one text, one number, like maybe phone number, maybe date of birth, right? Likewise, try to use different data types and play around in your UI. Try to create page layouts, try to change the page layout configurations, try to change the page layout order. So try to get some experience by doing them. If you got stuck somewhere, if you want to more, if you want, like, if you want to do something, raise your hands, you will help. So now it's almost 3:05. I will give you 25 minutes until 3:30 to get some hands-on experience. From 3:30, we will discuss about data management. Okay. So the time start now. Those online also, please try to do the same. Okay. So what we are going to discuss now is data management. So what we have discussed so far is data model plus UI customization. Now it's time to data management. Data management is the practice of collecting, using data securely and efficiently and cost effectively in Salesforce. It includes data archiving and backup, data migration, data governance, data quality assessment. Data archiving means, let's say you have 15 years of data. There is no point of having 15 years of data if you don't really have the real use case. So what you can do is maybe you can send 10 years of data to archiving. Usually we say cold storage. Anybody related to AWS, there is something called cold storage. Whatever data in cold storage, it will not be readily available. It will take some time to return, but it will be cost effective. Let's say your usual database is 1 rupee, maybe cold storage will be 10 cents. Just for a comparison, I'm saying, not the real numbers, just for the sake of the comparison. So that's what data archiving. Data backup, you guys all know, right? Just copy pasting the data somewhere securely so we can reuse it whenever we need. Data migration means moving data from one place to another place. For example, whatever data we have in Salesforce, we can export the data. Or we have import the data into Salesforce. Okay. Export means you are getting the data out of Salesforce. It can be in PDF, it can be in Excel, likewise. you can import data into Salesforce in bulk. When we say data migration, it's not like 100 data, 200 data. It's in bulk, like 100,000, 50,000, millions records. Likewise, when you are doing an actual migration, those kind of scenarios will come. So, in order to do these millions of record migrations, you need specific tools. Okay. That's what we are going to discuss. And data governance. Data governance means how you are keeping your data securely. What are the data governance rules you have in your organization? Likewise, then data quality assessment means you are analyzing your data and determining your quality, whether it's quality data, any issues. Likewise. So as I mentioned, in these four areas, our main concern or our major concern today is data migration. How we are going to migrate data from one point to another point. So data migration includes both importing, exporting data, as I mentioned earlier. We have different tools to choose from to carefully assess the requirements and need to choose the tool accordingly. So there are various tools available in order to do this data migrations. First thing first, data import wizard. It's mentioned as second, but data import wizard is the first one because that is built-in tool for Salesforce. It's already inside the Salesforce. Okay. The second one is Salesforce Inspector. Salesforce Inspector is a Chrome add-on, Google Chrome add-on you can use to do data migration. Third one is dataloader.io. Dataloader is another application you can install, which is very powerful, and you can do millions of records, both import and export. So Salesforce Inspector, as I mentioned, Salesforce Inspector is a powerful Chrome extension that widely used by Salesforce users and developers. It has built-in data import and data export tools. So you can go to Chrome Web Store, and if you search for Salesforce Inspector Reloaded, you can install this. Okay. So now let's see what's the difference between Salesforce Inspector. So this tool can be used to view full record details, view the object structure, view the org limits, running SOQL queries, and data import and export. So these are the actions you can use using the Salesforce Inspector tool. That is the Salesforce Inspector tool, UI. Okay, I to quickly show you guys the demo. So basically, this is if I open one record here, whatever we see here is working based on your page layout. We can remove and add any fields from the page layout, right? Now let's say I want to see, doesn't matter whether it's available in page layout or not, I want to see every single data related to this specific record in Salesforce. What we can do? The same way you view in your database, for example. We can directly see database in Salesforce, right? Because it's built in. What we can do is, if you have already installed the Salesforce Inspector Tool Chrome extension, you will have this kind of arrow in your right hand side of your screen. If you click this, you will get some options. Regarding the object. One second, guys. So if you see, it will show you your usual details like name, and what is the label, what is the ID. So this is our Salesforce ID, right? As I mentioned earlier, every record in Salesforce will have Salesforce ID. How you can simply find this ID is, if you see the URL, you will have your object name. After the object name, there will be a ID. This is your Salesforce ID. This will be unique for every single record in your Salesforce organization. Okay. So these are the basic details. Then if you click show all data, all your data available in Salesforce regarding that object will be visible to you. Okay. As you can see, like account ID, assistant name, blah blah blah, whatever details, the API name, the label, what is the data type, what is the actual value available for this specific record. Everything will be visible in this UI. So this is the show all data feature. So any data that is not visible in the UI, basically you can see here. Simple as that, right? So whenever you are thinking about data security, if you want somebody don't want to see a specific data, removing it from the UI will not be enough, right? You can remove the data from the UI. I am just installed a small Chrome extension. See, I got all the access. Security, you have to think about this. What is the solution for this? We will discuss in the next class. But the fact is, you can see all the data regarding a specific object using view all data or show all data button. Then we have data import and data export. But we come back to this in a while. Then we have all limits. So Salesforce is a multi-tenant architecture. Means one resource is being used by many people. So you cannot just in a unfair way. It's like you are downloading hundreds of GBs on daily basis. When you get a free unlimited internet, that is unfair, right? So likewise, Salesforce have some limits. We call them governance limits. So sometimes you have to be careful while you are doing some configuration changes, or you have to be very careful. So in order to see the limits, you can use this tool. See, it shows all the limits. So as it's a developer environment, as you can see, most of the mine there is zero because there is nothing. See, file storage, we have 20 MB, 10%, 2 MB we have already used file storage. So likewise, you can see the your organization limits. We call org limits here. Then the other point is data import and export. Data export means what are the fields you want, you can mention, and if you click run export, it will run the query. It's like your usual SQL query. If I put the ID, like first name, right, last name, oh, where is last name? I can add more fields, run export, it will create the data in. I can copy it in CSV, I can copy it in JSON, I can copy it in Excel, I can download it, I can delete it. So it's a very easy tool to do the data export. I can export in the Excel simply. Likewise, I can import data. I can select whether I want to insert, update, upsert, likewise, and I can see what the action I want to do, and I can put the data here and it will work. So this is data, sorry, inspect in Salesforce. So this is about Salesforce Inspector tool. So when I give the time okay, you know what? All go to your Chrome extension. This is the extension, right? If you go to extension, manage extension, and search for Salesforce Inspector Reloaded and enable it, restart your Chrome, and try to use these functionalities like show all data, data import, data export. Give a try and see that it's working as expected. Give a try, guys. I will give you like 5 minutes. Go to Chrome extension, search for Salesforce Inspector Reloaded. The title is there in the right hand side of the UI. You have to go your Chrome browser's extension. If anybody having any issues, feel free to raise your hands. Your minutes, Max, please. சோஷியல் மீடியா போஸ்ட் போடாதாக்கள் கைண்ட் ரிமைண்டர் 4 மணிக்கு வின்னர் செலக்ட் பண்ணுவோம். ஸோ போட்டுக்கொள்ளுங்க போடாதாக்கள். So, time. Now, time. So inspector tool வந்து இது வந்து ஆல்மோஸ்ட் நீங்கள் எல்லா ஆப்ஜெக்ட்டுக்கும் யூஸ் பண்ணலாம். எல்லா ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் ஆப்ஜெக்ட், எல்லா கஸ்டம் ஆப்ஜெக்ட் எல்லாத்துக்கும் யூஸ் பண்ணலாம். லிமிடேஷன்ஸ் பெருசா இல்ல. நம்பர்ஸ் வரைக்கும் மட்டும் பிரச்சனை வரும். நீங்க வந்து ஒரு எக்ஸாம்பிளுக்கு வந்து 50,000 60,000 ரெக்கார்ட்ஸ்க்கு போனீங்கன்னா கொஞ்சம் ஸ்லோவா ஆகுவாங்க. பட் 200,000 வரைக்கும் நீங்க போகலாம், பிரச்சனை இல்லை. சரியா? இப்போ ஒரு எக்ஸல் ஷீட்ல இருக்கு, ஒரு 2 லட்சம் 3 லட்சம் ரெக்கார்ட் இருக்குது, அப்லோட் பண்ணணும், நீங்கள் தாராளமா இந்த இன்ஸ்பெக்டர் டூலை வந்து நீங்க யூஸ் பண்ணலாம். ஓகேயா? இது வந்து எக்ஸ்டர்னல், இது வந்து தேர்ட் பார்ட்டி டூல். இதுக்கும் சேல்ஸ்ஃபோர்ஸ்க்கும் சம்பந்தம் இல்லையா? இது வந்து தேர்ட் பார்ட்டி டெவலப்பர் யாரோ கிரியேட் பண்ணின டூல். இதுக்கும் சேல்ஸ்ஃபோர்ஸுக்கும் சம்பந்தம் இல்லை. இப்ப நாங்க அடுத்து என்ன பார்க்க போறோம்னு சொல்லி சொன்னால், டேட்டா இம்போர்ட் விசார்ட். இந்த டேட்டா இம்போர்ட் விசார்ட் வந்து ஆக்சுவலி சேல்ஸ்ஃபோர்ஸ் built-in tool. It's a built-in tool provided by Salesforce, as you can see. This tool, accessible through the setup menu, lets you import data in common standard objects such as contacts, leads, accounts, as well as data in custom objects. It can import up to 50,000 records at a time. So it has a limit. You can only import 50,000 records at a given time. It provides a simple interface to specify the configuration parameters, data sources, and the field mapping that map field names in your import file with the field names in the Salesforce. Basically, let's say you have an Excel sheet with column names like A, B, C, D, or whatever. Let's say you want to import the data into accounts. Then you can select data import wizard. You can select which object you want to import. Then you can do the mapping and you can import it. This is a built-in tool provided by Salesforce. The limitation is 50,000 records at a time, and also it will work only with specific standard objects. It will only work with contacts, leads, accounts, and all custom objects. So it will only work with few standard objects, but all the custom objects. So now you have to understand the limitations. In data the Salesforce inspector tool, we didn't have any much restrictions, but here we have restrictions. Okay, especially 50,000 records. That's very few comparing the data inspector tool. So the third one, this is the most powerful one, which is data loader. Data loader actually is a client application that can import up to 150 million records at a time. So it can import up to 150 million. The data import wizard was 50,000. Just see the difference. How 150 million அங்க இருக்கு, 50,000 அங்க இருக்கு. So it can be operated either through the user interface or command line. You can use this application with the user interface, or you can use it with the CLI command line interface as well. Use it to insert, update, delete, or export Salesforce data. Input or output can be CSV files. This makes it possible to automate the import process using API callouts. Even you can automate the data import and export using APIs, web service integrations. Okay. You can download the data loader as a separate application. You need to connect the OAuth using username password in order to use this tool. This data loader is a third-party tool. You have to use your username password in order to give the access to the data loader to connect with your Salesforce work. The problem is security. You have to be careful whether your data is safe. That's the only problem here. So now the between data import wizard and data loader. As I mentioned, data import wizard, you need to load less than 50,000 records. Objects you need to import are supported by wizard. You don't need to import process to be automated. Okay. You don't need the import process to be automated, which means you cannot automate the process. It's like manual process. Data loader you can use when you have 50,000 to 150 million records. If you need to load more than 150 million records, we recommend you to work with Salesforce partner or visit App Exchange for suitable partner product. Which means if you have more than 150 million records to handle with, then you have to contact Salesforce for solutions. Then you need to sorry guys, you need to load into an object that is not supported by the data import visa. You want to schedule regular data load, suggest nightly imports. So there are only few standard objects that are supported by data import visa, right? If you want to do any other standard objects, you have to go to data loader. That's the only choice you have. Okay. Now what we are going to do is you are going to do the hands-on exercise. Go to Salesforce, type import and export with data management tools. You will get a project. When we say a project, it's a step-by-step guidance. So all the steps will be mentioned in the module. You have to follow them and you have to complete them. I will share the URL in the chat as well for those online. Give a try. So basically, it's 45 minutes long. Okay. Now the time is 4:05. So I will give 10 additional minutes. Our deadline is 5 o'clock. You have to complete this module before o'clock. Anybody completing this before 5 o'clock, it's up to. I don't want to give any words. So end of the day, you have to create application, right? Lightning application. So now let's see what is a Lightning application and how we can create a new application in Salesforce. So whatever we have already pre-built like sales, service, blah, 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 everything are pre-built application. So let's say you have to create a single application for your use case. Let's see how we can use that. So basically, an app is a collection of items that work together to solve a particular function. In Lightning experience, Lightning apps give your users access to sets of objects, apps, and other items all in one convenient bundle in the navigation bar. So when we see application, basically it's multiple tabs. That's it. If you remember our sales application, it had multiple tabs. That's it. Nothing else. Lightning apps let you brand your apps with a custom color and logo. So basically, you can decide what is your logo going to be, and you can decide what's your brand color going to be. So basically, so far everything is blue for us, right? But there can be a scenario you need maybe purple or green or red or whatever. So we can customize them. You can even include a utility bar and Lightning push apps in your Lightning application. I will come into that later. Member of your orgs can work more efficiently by easily switching between applications. So basically, they can switch between applications using the app launcher. They can, in sales application, they can move to service application using the using the app launcher. What things can you put in a Lightning app? So basically, when you are creating an application, what are the things you can put into the application? Most standard objects. So you can put all the standard objects as part of your Lightning application. Home, main, chat feed, groups, and people. I will come back to that later. Your org's custom objects. So you can put all your custom objects. Visual Force tabs. So what is Visual Force is basically you remember, right? I have shown you guys the old school classic UI, right? The Salesforce classic UI. If you are building a classic UI from scratch using code, using plain HTML code, we call it Salesforce pages. So there is a like today we are using Lightning Web component to create Lightning application. So Lightning UIs. Likewise, previously, we had a framework called Visual Force Pages to create custom classic view of Salesforce. So, let's say you have a requirement, Visual Force page, you can put that as well. Lightning component apps, you can put. Canvas apps, via Visual Force tab, you can put web tabs. For the time being, just ignore them. Basically, you can put all the custom objects, you can put all the standard objects, you can put any applications or components, lightning components or Visual Force components. So this is the app launcher. You guys already know this, right? App launcher, the 9 dots, and it is your lightning application sample. As you can see, the sales, that is your application name, that Salesforce cloud, that is your logo, means your brand logo. And as you can see, it's kind of a blue color line is there, right? That is your brand color basically. So now, um, from a Lightning app builder perspective, Lightning app builder is a drag and drop UI tool to. So in order to create a, so now we are in a confusing territory. Okay. So first, let's create a Lightning application. Okay. So I will go to the same org. We have a student object. It's the student object, right? So what I'm going to do is I am going to create a. Is the same? What different? It's a different org. My bad. It should be the same. Okay, the same. Okay, now I'm going to create a student management system and I'm going to put only the student objects there. First thing first, we have to go to app manager to create a new Lightning application. Or even if you want to make any modification in any existing application, we have to go to app manager. So if you go to home, the setup home, here you can type app manager. See this app manager, this is the place we have to go to create a new Lightning application. See, we have a button called new Lightning app. And at the same time, you have all the existing application. See, sales application, service application. So even if you want to make any changes in the existing application, for example, if you want to make any changes in the sales application, you can click here and you can edit them. So it will see application name is sales. This is your primary color, the blue color. And what are the app options we have? Utility items, what are the navigation items? These navigation items, if you compare this, that navigation item is nothing but the tabs that we are seeing in the sales application. So for example, if you go to sales application, if we compare the tabs we have, see home, opportunities, leads, tasks. Home, opportunities, leads, tasks. Files, accounts, contacts, campaign, dashboard. Files, accounts, contacts, campaign, dashboard. So this is where you will select what are the things you want to add into your application as tabs. So let's say if I want to remove something from my sales app, let's remove everything. I don't want people, groups, calendar, chatter. I don't want anything. I don't want anything. I just want to have task, opportunity, lead, account, contact. Also, I want to have account as my second one and then contact. So basically, I have removed few things and also I have rearranged the orders as well. So now I want to save it. That's it. If I refresh this right now, see, update. So this is how you edit. Now what we are going to do is we are going to create a fresh application, a new application where we are going to create or we are going to put accounts, contacts, and students. The new tab that we have created, the new student object that we have created. So basically, what I have to do is I will go back to the app manager. Yeah, app manager. I will click new lightning app. It asking the application name. I will put student. Let's put student manager. Developer name, if you click, it will automatically put. Usually, developer name, we need not to type. It will automatically update. Description, you can put some random, blah, 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 blah. It's not mandatory. It's up to you. App branding. I'm not sure what I have. Uh, dun, 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 dun. Okay, for the time being. Dun, 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 what's that mean? I don't have anything from logo perspective. So, okay, let's put use of logo for fun. This logo. I'm not sure how it's gonna look like, to be honest. Okay, just randomly I'm putting one logo that I have. I want to put a green color. Yes, you can choose any color, or you can put RGB numbers as well. I'm going to put a dark greenish, something like this. Next. Then I have to decide what is your navigation style. So there are two navigation. One is standard navigation, which is we are using in our sales application. So if you see, if you go to accounts, contacts, opportunities like this called standard navigation. If you go to service console, sorry, the console, service console, this called console navigation. Here what will different is all the tabs will be given in the drop down. See, here all the tabs in our sales application, all the tabs were available horizontally. Here all the tabs are available vertically. What's the difference? You have to understand the difference. This is not for fun. We have given two different UI. There is a real use case difference here. For example, I am opening a case here. See, it will open in a new tab. Okay. If I open another case, it will open in a new tab. Then what I can do is here I can switch to accounts. Then I can open another account. This will open a new tab. So here I can do multitasking. See, I can work in this case, I can work in this case, and I can at the meantime I can work in account details as well. So I can switch between multiple data and I can have my conversation with my customer. But if you think in sales application, if you open an account here, see I'm opening United Oil and Gas Corporation, I'm going back to contacts, and in contacts I'm opening another contacts. If I come back to accounts, see it's gone. It's automatically switch back to the pinned list view of my application or that specific tab. Even if I go back to contacts, see it's again back to the pinned list view. So I have opened the code to view the details. It will automatically switch back to the list view or the default list view. But if you see this, see it's still there. Even if I switch to another one, another object, whatever I have opened still there. I have to manually close them. So this is called console navigation. So this one is console navigation. This one is standard navigation. So while you are creating the application, you can select whether you want standard navigation or you want console navigation. So I will leave it standard navigation for the time being. This one, let's upload it for desktop and phone. I will leave it as it is, not doing much thing. You can add utility item. Utility item means this is the utility bar basically. This is called utility bar. You can add as many items you want here in the utility bar. See, you can put to-do list. So you can put multiple things in the utility bar. For example, here utility bar element is default. Next, you can select what are the navigation items. So this is the navigation item. It's going to be visible in our tabs. So I'm going to select accounts. I'm going to select it's locked. Contact, and also I'm going to select students. See students. So that's it. These are the only three I'm going to have. Next, so it's asking who has access to this Lightning application. Just don't think about much. For the time being, we are going to make it available for system administrators. Just think like only system administrator have access. We will discuss in detail about this in this class, next class. Save and finish. So now I have created a new application. I have created a new application called what do you mean? Student manager with green color theme. So if I go to OLAP now, see student manager we have with the logo I have selected has accounts, contact students, right? Everything is yeah. Okay. So literally this is there, contact is there. You don't see the action color. The green color is not that much visible, but as you can see, there is a green color is visible here. So that's the different. Okay. So the logo will be visible here in the drop down while you are searching for the application. You can think, okay, we have changed the logo in the application level. Why it's not being changed? That has to be changed from themes. There is another section called themes. So if I go to setup, there is something called themes and branding. If I go to themes and branding, here I can select more brandings. Come pass. Okay, this is themes and branding. So basically, whatever you are currently seeing is called SLDS version. SLDS means Salesforce Lightning Design System. SLDS 2 is the latest UI. It's been introduced by Salesforce. I think it's still in beta if I'm not wrong. They are going to introduce even dark theme with SLDS 2. In previously we had SLDS 1. See, it says SLDS 2, and that is the active one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch the branding to lightning blue. Okay, I'm going to switch the branding to SLDS 1, means the old school or previous branding. If I refresh this, you will see a slight different UI. I hope it changed. Change, right? See, the buttons are not in the round. See here, it's a round shape, right? If if the if you can see, these are square ones. So these are the minor different. So if I refresh this one, the round will be gone. See, gone. So this is the new, sorry, the old SLDS version. And even you can edit the color. So for example, I can view it and I can activate it. So this is the brand image that we are having here. This is the brand color that we are seeing in all the places, the blue colors and everything. All these blue colors, everything is coming from there. This blue color, this line, everything is coming from our brand. If you want to change this, you have to clone one of the existing uh, lightning design system. The clone button. And the system 2 can be have unexpected effects. See, SLDS2 can have unexpected effects on custom themes. If you encounter the issue, try an SLDS1 theme. So that's the current theme that we are checking, SLDS1. This one is SLDS2. There should be okay. New theme. My bad. I can go to new theme. I can put my theme. I'm going to select brand colors. Green. Okay. We can change this default profiles and everything we can change, avatars and everything we can change. And this one also, brand image also we can change. Let's put this one. I'm not sure they will accept it or not. Let's put for fun. Okay. To show you guys the fact it can be updated. That's it, nothing else. So I'm going to activate it. Okay. Activate. See, so updated. See, this color is updated to green color, the theme that we have selected. So if you see, even this light line now it's in green color. Previously it was in blue color, right? Even if I update this, everything will update to green. See, text colors. See, green color. This one is also in green color. So everything got updated to green because we have updated the theme. So if you want to update overall coloring, then you have to go to themes. If you want to create a new application, that logo will be only visible in the drop down, in the all up drop down. That's it. This one is you have to update in the branding section, themes and branding section. Okay. So now you know how to create a new application, right? And how to create. So now you can create a new custom object. You can formulate your data model. You can create your page layouts. You can create apps. Then lastly, you can create a application as well. Right? Okay. Now we have used app manager to create a Lightning application. Okay. But we have used Google. But we have used to create Lightning application. என்னடா கதைங்களா ஒருத்தராளுக்கு சொல்ல விடுறதோ ஒருத்தராலும் சொல்லுவீங்க அப் மேனேஜர் சொல்லுவீங்க நாங்க ஒன்றும் பிரச்சனை இல்லை மெக்கேண்டர் என்ன மெக்கேண்டர் கையில என்ன யூஸ் பண்றது சத்தம் என்ன வேணும் ஆப் மேனேஜர் என்ன ஆப் மேனேஜர் லைட்னிங் ஆப் மேனேஜர் என்னதை யூஸ் பண்றது என்ன ஆப் கிரியேட் பண்ண லைட்னிங் ஆப் கிரியேட் பண்ண ஏன் இப்படி திருப்பி திருப்பி சொல்றது என்றால் இப்ப விளங்கும் எங்ககிட்ட இன்னொரு டூல் இருக்கிறார் அதற்கு பேர் என்னன்னு கேட்டீங்கன்னு சொல்லி சொன்னால் லைட்னிங் ஆப் பில்டர் இப்ப இந்த பேரை பார்த்தா உங்களுக்கு என்ன மாதிரி திறக்குது இங்கதான் போய் லைட்னிங் ஆப் கிரியேட் பண்ணணும் போதுதான் செய்யுது என்ன பேர் இருக்கு லைட்னிங் ஆப் பில்டர் அப்ப என்ன மீனிங் இருக்கு லைட்னிங் ஆப்பை கிரியேட் பண்ணும் ஆனா அதான் இல்லை அப்ப ஆப் மேனேஜர்ல தான் நீங்க லைட்னிங் ஆப் கிரியேட் பண்ணலாம் லைட்னிங் ஆப் பில்டர்ல நீங்க ஆப் கிரியேட் பண்ண இயலாது இங்க நீங்க ரெக்கார்ட் பேஜ் தான் கிரியேட் பண்ணலாம் யாரு ரெக்கார்ட் பேஜ் இந்த ரெக்கார்ட் பேஜோட இந்தியன் செஷனா நாங்க முடிப்போம் சோ லைட்னிங் ஆப் பில்டர் என்றது யாருன்னு சொல்லி சொன்னால் லைட்னிங் ஆப் பில்டர் இஸ் a drag and drop UI tool for creating custom Salesforce pages. So you will be using app manager to create Lightning application, but you will be using Lightning App Builder to create Salesforce pages. Okay. It enables declarative page customization in Lightning experience. Types of Lightning pages. So you can create three different type of Lightning pages. One is app page, the other one is record page, the other one is home page. So app page means standalone custom application. Let's say you want to create a one page application. You are going to create application just one page. That's it, nothing else. Then you can create app page for that. The second one is record page. Custom layout for object records. So let's say you want to create a app page or record page for your phones or contacts or student object. Then you will be creating record page. Previously we used page layouts. That's one way. Record page is another way. The record details in the UI. Sorry. The third one is home page. This is the customized landing page for users. If you remember, whenever we were opening the sales application, there was a home page, right? You remember? That is the landing page. So that's home page. So you can create these three types of Lightning pages from Lightning App Builder. Standard components provided by Salesforce, custom components built with Lightning Web Components or Ohana framework, and App Exchange components. So you can use these components to create your Lightning pages. Use cases. Custom service console, sales homepage with dashboard. So there are a lot of use cases that you can create this app page. So basically, this is the UI to create a Lightning app page. As you can see, these are the components we have. We are going to simply drag and drop whenever, wherever we want. Simple as that. The names are different, but end of the day, you are going to drag and drop. That's it. Okay. So Lightning pages. So Lightning pages, as I mentioned, it will be divided into various sections based on the screen sizes. By default, it fit for any type of screens. You need not to worry about the different sizes of the devices or screens. Lightning pages are built using Lightning components. That's anyway, we know that. So as I mentioned, app page, home page, record page, we have already discussed. So now we are going to have a demo. Report and dashboards not for today. That's for next class. So with demo, we can close the session. Okay, I will close this. This is not needed. So let's quickly go to Lightning. Again, we are going to go to home, setup home. Here we are going to go Lightning app. See Lightning app builder. If I go to Lightning app builder, it might have already some pages, Lightning page. See, there is already Lightning pages available. I am going to create a new Lightning page. First, it will ask what type of Lightning page you are going to create. Whether it's a app page, whether it's a home page, whether it's a record page. What I'm going to create first is a record page. For example, let's create a record page for a student object that we have created. Okay. If you go to account object, for example, edit object, in this list, details, fields and layout, relationships, page layouts. Likewise, there is a place for record page. See, oh sorry, page layout, Lightning record pages here. There is no Lightning record pages at the moment. No accounts even. If you go to object manager and student, and even for students, there is no Lightning record, sorry, record pages available at the moment. So we are going to create a new one from the Lightning app builder record page. So it will ask me what's the label you are going to create. you are going to give. I'm going to give students. Sorry, students, and it will ask what's the object that you are going to use for this. So again, I'm going to use student object. Next, it's asking what type of configuration I want. Just a header and a region. Oh, sidebar, main page, header. Oh, header and one region. So we have multiple options. So you can decide which one you need and you can use. For the time being, I am going to use this one. One header, one sidebar, and one main region. Done. So this is page. Now we are going to drag and drop details here. So in the header section, I am going to drop down the highlight panel. Okay, it's a highlight panel. Then detail page, record detail. I am going to drop into the detail section. Okay, in the uh, panel, I can put chatter. Where is chatter? Oh, it's chatter. See, we have like different type of things like list views, like almost everything you have. You guys can use. So you, again, you have to play around this. Even you can put a rich text view. I just put the famous word hello world. நாங்களும் hello world செய்வோம்ல. Okay, you can increase the size, put some color, done. Save. So now we are going to save the application. Sorry, the page. Activate the page. Let's put like org default. Say not the org default. Let's okay. Just ignore this what you call configuration for the time being. I'm being a little bit fast here. Where is the student application? Student manager. So I'm going to add this page to student manager. Okay. Next. Next. Save. So now this page is only assigned to student manager. Sorry guys, give me a second. Okay, now if I go back to the student manager application, where is that? 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 What happened? Okay, sorry. See, so previously when we were opening a student detail, it was using page layout that we have in the object manager. But when we have created a record page and assign it to our application, the record page is overriding the page layouts. Clear? Is it too much today? கூடவா இருக்குன்னு பார்க்கலாம். விளங்கிட்டா? Okay. Anyway, next session I will revisit this record page again because I have to revisit because I have to discuss about dynamic forms. I will revisit, but what you guys have to do is please spend time and try to complete the trial mixes. So now you can complete trial mix 0. You can complete trial mix 1. Also, you can complete. So in the trial mix 1, if you can see, we have trailhead, playground management, Salesforce, Salesforce basics, CRM, accounts and contacts, Salesforce platform basics, data modeling, data management, right? Everything we can do. So make sure you are completing this trial mix 1. One kind reminder, If you see in every trial mix, at the bottom, there is some projects or there will be some projects called build a data model for a recruiting app. So if you see in the trial mix one, you have one project regarding recruiting app, right? If you go to trial mix two, there again you have customize the user interface, improve the data quality of recruiting app, keep data secure in the recruiting app. So all of these modules or projects related to recruiting app is a continuity. So you have to make sure you are doing them in the same Salesforce org. முதல் மொடியூல ஒரு Salesforce orgல செய்துட்டு இந்த மொடியூலுக்கு புது கிரியேட் பண்ணி அதில் செஞ்சீங்கன்னு சொன்னால் கண்டினியூட்டி இருக்காது, உங்களுக்கு சேலஞ்ச் வந்து கம்ப்ளீட் பண்ணப்படாது. சரியா? அப்ப நீங்க ரிக்ரூட்டிங் ஆப் ரிலேட்டடான விஷயங்கள் செய்யக்குள்ள அது கொண்டு தனியா ஒரு பிளே கிரவுண்ட் கிரியேட் பண்ணி நீங்க ரீநேம் பண்ணி வச்சுக்கொள்ளுங்க. யூ கேன் ரீநேம் யுவர் பிளே கிரவுண்ட்ஸ். அப்ப உங்களுக்கு தெரியும் எப்பப்பெல்லாம் இந்த ப்ரொஜெக்ட் செய்ய வேண்டி வருதோ அப்ப நீங்க எக்ஸாம்பிள் இப்ப நான் செய்யல தானே, இப்ப நான் இது செய்ய போறேன்னு சொன்னா உங்களுக்கு ட்ராப் டவுன்ல கேட்கும் அது எந்த ஓகுல நீங்க இது செய்ய போறீங்கன்னு கேட்கும். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் நான் இதுக்கு போறேன்னு சொன்னா சி இங்க கீழே வந்து சி ஐ கேன் செலக்ட் விச் org I want to choose. So here in this drop down you can select different orgs. அப்ப நீங்க இது லான்ச் பண்ணினாலும் அந்த org தான் லான்ச் ஆகும். நீங்க வெரிஃபை பண்ணிக்கையும் இந்த orgல தான் அது வெரிஃபை பண்ணும் அந்த ஸ்டெப். அப்ப நீங்க இதுக்குன்னு ஒரு தனியோ ரெக்ரூட்டிங் அப்புக்கு தனி org ஒன்று கிரியேட் பண்ணி அதுல தொடர்ந்து செய்துட்டு வாங்க. இல்லைன்னா கடைசி நேரத்துல மாட்டுப்படுவீங்க. என்ன நடக்கும் தெரியுமா? பிறகு ஏதாவது ஒரு ஸ்டெப் பிழைச்சுதென்றால் திருப்பி நீங்க செய்து முடிச்ச முதலாவது ப்ரொஜெக்ட்ல இருந்து திருப்பி செஞ்சுட்டு வரணும். ஏன்? கண்டினியூட்டி மிஸ் ஆயிரு. தானே பிரச்சனை எங்க இருந்து? அப்ப நீங்க ஆப்ஜெக்ட் ஸ்ட்ரக்சர் இடத்துல கிரியேட் பண்றீங்க, ஆப் இடத்துல கிரியேட் பண்றீங்க, ரிப்போர்ட் அண்ட் டேஷ்போர்ட் செய்யல ஆப்ஜெக்ட் ஸ்ட்ரக்சர் செய்யறதுல ரிப்போர்ட் சரியா வரும். ரைட்? சோ இதுல கவனமா இருங்க. யாராவது இந்த யாராவது இல்ல எல்லாருமே செய்யத்தானே வேணும். ஸோ மேக் ஷோர் பண்ணுங்க இந்த ரெக்ரூட்டிங் ஆப் ரிலேட்டடான எல்லாத்தையுமே ஒரு தனி ஓக் செப்பரேட்டா வச்சு அதுல செய்யுங்க. அப்பதான் நீங்க செய்து முடிப்பீங்க. இல்லாட்டி கட்டாயம் மாட்டுப்படுவீங்களா எங்கேயாவது. சரியா? ஸோ பேசிக்கலி யூ கேன் கம்ப்ளீட் trial mix 1 for sure, and even in the trial mix 2 you can complete few things, not everything unfortunately, but you can complete data security, user management. No, unfortunately. You can complete first two, lightning experience customization and lightning app builder. You can complete maybe 30% of trial mix 2, but formulas and validation we haven't discussed yet. If you are interested, you can go ahead and complete these rest of the things as well. User management, formulas and validation, data security, reports and dashboard. These 4 things we will discuss in the next session, next Saturday. Next Saturday also it's going to be same, morning 10 o'clock to evening 5:36 until. And next Saturday it's going to be a special event because it's going to be MuleSoft session. So morning, probably morning 2 hours, we will be discussing about MuleSoft purely. Then after the lunch break, we will continue the journey to Salesforce program related things. And next Saturday is going to be again a special day because it's our first year anniversary of our MuleSoft meetup group. So there will be some special things, and we will try to post a few special posts in our social media where you can express your feelings regarding MuleSoft, which is currently ongoing. If you go to MuleSoft page, you can see a lot of pages, lot of pictures are being reposted by MuleSoft community. So if you post, they will repost your post as well. I will provide you the templates and everything I will provide you in the next session. So you can use the template and you can update your picture and you can update your quotes. You can post it in the LinkedIn. Then MuleSoft community and MuleSoft official pages will repost them. Okay. So this thing we will be do before lunch break next Saturday. Second half, we will continue the what do you call the journey to Salesforce rest of the program. And again, please updating your progress in the Excel sheet. We will be deleting the people who are not updating their progress or who are not continuously progressing in the tracker. Okay. So please update your Trailblazer ID. Please update whether you have completed or in progress. Please update them. See, very few have completed. Many of you even not started, unfortunately. So I want to see the intro trial mix 0, and trial mix 1. These three should be completed by next Saturday. Please don't come up with any excuse. If நீங்க செய்யாம அப்படியே விட்டீங்கன்னா அதை கடைசி கஷ்டப்படுவீங்க. ட்ரையல் மிக்ஸ் முடிக்கிறது ஒன் ஆஃப் த ரிக்வயர்மெண்ட். உங்களுக்கு கடைசி 21ஆம் தேதி உங்களுக்கு ஒரு அசைன்மெண்ட் இருக்கு, பிரசன்டேஷன். நீங்க ஒரு சேல்ஸ்ஃபோர்ஸ் அப்ளிகேஷன் பில் பண்ணி நீங்க அதை வந்து பிரசன்ட் பண்ணணும். அது ஒரு பார்ட். இந்த ட்ரையல் மிக்ஸ் கம்ப்ளீட் பண்றது இன்னொரு பார்ட். எல்லாம் சேர்த்து தான் உங்களோட ஃபைனல் ஸ்கோர் வந்து டிசைட் பண்ணும். அந்த ஃபைனல் ஸ்கோர் ஒரு சர்டன் லிமிட் நாங்க வைப்போம். அது தாண்டுறாக்களுக்கு மட்டும்தான் ஷெக்ஸ் சேல்ஸ்ஃபோர்ஸ் இந்த கோர்ஸ் கம்ப்ளீட் பண்ண சர்டிபிகேட்ஸ் எல்லாமே நாங்கள் தருவோம். சரியா? அந்த நேரம் வந்து எங்களுக்கு நேரம் கிடைக்கல, எக்ஸாம் அது இதுன்னு செய்து காரணம் சொல்லாதீங்க. அன்பார்ச்சுனேட்லி காண்ட் அக்செப்ட். இப்பவே ஹானஸ்டா ஓப்பனா நான் சொல்றேன், இவ்வளவு கஷ்டப்படுறீங்க, டைம் ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்றீங்க, அது இந்த பிரதிபலன் உங்களுக்கு கிடைக்கணும். ஓகே. என்ன மாதிரி குயிஸ் வேணுமா இல்லாட்டி விட்டு போறீங்களா? குயிஸ் வேணுமன்றாங்க, இல்ல குயிஸ் வேணாமன்றாங்க. குயிஸ் வேணாமன்றாங்க. ஓகே, குயிக்கா குயிஸ். கஹூட் தெரியாதாங்க? அந்த டெமோ இல்லையா? டைரக்டா அட்டாக் தான் அன்னைக்கு. ஓகே, கஹூட் டாட் ஐடிக்கு போங்க. கஹூட் டாட் ஐடிக்கு போங்க. இதான் சொல்ல விட்டுனா இதுக்குள்ள. வெயிட், கொஸ்டின்ஸ் டபுள் செக் பண்ணிட்டு வா. இது ஓகே, இது ஓகே, இது ஓகே, ஓகே. ஓகே, ஒரு கேள்வி நான் கதைக்கல அன்பார்ச்சுனேட்லி, பட் அப்படிதான் சில டஃப்பான கேள்விகள் வரும் தானே, ஒன்றும் செய்யல. அது கடவுள் மேல பாரத்தை போட்டு செய்யுங்க. ஓகே, let's start. So go to kahoot.it, use this game pin 4842760. This is the game pin. Okay, unfortunately we have to okay, let me stop the recording first.